Have you called Fafa Fooey since he had the baby? Have you called him on the phone?
No, I haven't.
Here, listen to this.
Hi, Gary and Mary and Jackson are not available right now. But if you leave your name and a message, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We're probably playing with Jackson right now, but we'll call you back as soon as we can.
Jackass homo.
You know how he came in the other day and he said, you know, both you guys have taught me something. And one thing I will never do is I will never put my child on my answering machine.
Yeah, he's already... Me, Mary, and Jackson. Jackson. I mean, it's like, oh, man. Do you have to act like a jerk when you have a baby?
I gotta let everybody know. It's
and
the greatest accomplishment.
And guys have babies and they start sounding like girls. Did you hear, like, me, Jackson, and Mary are having fun? It's like, Gary, mellow out.
You're probably playing with the baby right now.
Why don't they have the kid poop into the answering machine so we can hear that? Dude.
John's such a douche.
Why is he a douche?
Because Senator John goes, you better get in there. They're talking about your answering machine. I go, well, how did he know about it? He goes, I don't know. And like, he's the only one in the show that's ever called me.
Yeah,
of course
I've called you.
Idiot.
I've heard it. I've hung up. You've got a few hang-ups last week. That was me getting disgusted.
You hung up as soon as you heard it?
I did. Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, that'll make you hang up.
Hi, Gary and Mary and Jackson are not available right now.
Jackson's not available right now.
Robin, don't even talk about answering machines. You're the queen of wacky answering machine messages.
Oh, but they're not like this.
Nobody's home, no.
Very breathy, too.
I was trying to be quiet, actually.
Why, Jackson was sleeping?
That's true, yes.
Yeah. Why do you have to keep changing your message? I have the same message, but what do you care? You don't have to call it.
You don't listen to it.
No, but people say, change the message.
But why? What do you care?
I feel like it. What do you want?
Me, Jackson,
it's not the law.
and Mary. But why do you have so much free time to do stuff like change your answer? Like that's got to be low on the priority list.
Howard, it requires about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You do it like
but it's just sort of like if you're a really busy person, you don't have time for that kind of stuff.
Well, I know it makes me a bad employee because I have time to change my answering machine message. I
just can't even relate to that.
I think the whole audience recognizes that.
There's so many things you could be doing. Like, I mean, learning computers or practicing a sport or doing something that...
Practicing a sport? What'd you have in mind?
I don't know, anything. Go out and play football with you. Don't be friends. Do something. Here's Gary's new message.
Wait a minute, come on. When was...
Phone numbers, man. I have 2 lines.
Oh, you have 2 lines.
Oh, so he's got another one.
I haven't heard this one.
Two Jackson messages?
2 similar but separate Jackson messages.
Hi, nobody's on to take your call right now. Neither Mary, nor Gary, nor Jackson is ready to come to the phone. He'll be ready in about 3 or 4 years. Just leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks.
You're so witty.
How dare you laugh?
How witty. Jackson will be ready in 3 or 4. So when we call now, we'll have to hear Jackson on the phone. We'll start having Jackson.
You know he's going to be answering.
No.
Yeah.
I told you guys 2 things I've learned about raising kids from you is I'm never going to let my kid leave a message on the answering machine or answer the phone.
You know, Emily's 11 years old. She has yet to answer the phone. I don't have her answer the phone.
She doesn't have her own phone?
No, she does not.
Really? Oh, I thought she did for some reason.
No.
And Emily never... Well, no one answers the phone in your house.
Right. They don't answer the phone.
No, but even
there are times we pick up.
It's rare.
I don't allow them to pick up the phone. If we have an answering machine.
Right.
And the answering machine goes into the house. Now, if it's one of Emily's friends, I pick up the phone. I tell the kids, you don't have to worry about picking up the phone. I'll answer it. The worst thing in the world are these people with their kids. Because, you know, my daughter now has friends. You know, both my daughters, the 8-year-old and the 11-year-old, have friends who... You call up, and since they're 4, the parents allow them to answer the phone. Now, the parents know what's going on. Yeah, they encourage it. And you call, hi, is your mommy home? Yeah, you're talking to a little retard.
Yeah, and you get hung up on. Lots of different things happen when these kids pick up the phone. These
parents think it's so cute. Oh, look how cute. She's talking on the phone. We have our own little answering service.
Oh, have you ever dealt with the people who have to put the baby on the phone?
Yeah,
You're trying to get business done.
I'm talking about people letting their kid pick up the phone.
Come on, boy.
I mean, it's unbelievably obnoxious and boring and dull and invasive into my life. If I have to call you over something, don't put that little monster on the phone. Nobody else finds it cute but you. Your glob of semen makes a baby, and you think that you're the only one who's ever done it.
You're so proud.
I was so proud. Oh, look what I made.
Most of the time you threw that away, but now you're proud.
Meanwhile, you made nothing. You have no idea how that baby got made. All you did was
You did what you do.
You know,
shoot off.
You are right. You are right. Albert Einstein can make the same baby that a murderer can.
Right. It's not a difficult thing to do. I mean, if somebody shows me a thing they drew, a piece of art, some work they've done, I can appreciate it.
The retarded can make a baby.
Yeah. Retards can procreate. My rule is when the kid's old enough to pay the phone bill, they can answer the phone. My kids have yet to answer the phone. I'm talking about picking up the answering machine. In other words, sometimes my wife and I are very busy in the house, and we hear on the answering machine that, let's say it's my mother or someone like that. And I go, oh, my God, I can't get to the phone. Rather than say, Emily, pick up the phone, or Deborah, pick up the phone, I just don't pick up the phone. I'll call that person back. I will not subject people to my children rambling.
But if Emily hears Grandma on the phone, she won't pick it up? Like if she
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm telling you.
No,
the God's honest truth.
That's a good thing.
You're damn right it's good. Because people are obnoxious. I know how obnoxious
the reason the kids get so into it is because even as they're very, very young and just gurgling baby talk, when they're holding the baby, they will say, oh, wait a minute, say hello to the baby.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now you've tried to talk to them and you're like yelling at the baby.
At a baby. Baby who's eating the phone.
Can I just chime in? When you really feel like the biggest idiot is when you start trying to talk to them, and then the kids get bored with you, so the parent gets back on, and you're like cooing and acting like an idiot.
And what's you do with your answering message, though? You seem to be intelligent. I don't understand why you do that. Hi, this is Gary. Gary's involved with the baby. The bragging. It's exhausting.
I want to see in 6 months if he's still so involved.
Well, but he has tons of free time.
I'm going to get bored with the kid. I'm already bored with him now.
He's not inventive.
You guys are vermin.
He sounds like Allison Steele on this answering message. Hi, hello, Bert.
Hey, maybe I get some.
Did Allison Steele coach you for this?
I'll get some of that music and run it behind.
Yeah, right.
Your name and a message. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. We're probably playing with Jackson right now, but we'll call you back as soon as we can.
Were you playing with Jackson right now?
Actually, the message I wanted to leave was if we don't pick up the phone right now, we're probably sort of busy. But hey,
if you can't pick up the phone, why do I have to know why you can't pick up the phone?
Well, you don't have to know anything. You don't even have to.
Why if I'm a caller, you're home? Do I have to know? We're probably playing with Jackson. Like maybe, what if you're watching TV? That's false information.
Oh,
he's billboarding.
Yeah, he's like billboarding what he's doing. Why don't you change your message every hour?
You're coming up
right now, I'm watching the football game. So
I'm about to go.
Do you think you're that important that people really want to know what you're doing?
Hi, this is Gary and Marianne Jackson. Coming up at 8, we'll be bathing.
Jackson, Jackson's the only baby on the planet. We're probably with Jackson playing. But what are you afraid? The adoption service is going to call and take the baby away?
See,
we're really good parents.
They're already starting him out to be an obnoxious kid by paying so much attention.
We're really good parents.
Paying attention to him.
Everybody has to pay attention to Jackson.
Gary, you know what your assignment is? Go buy a bra and wear it in here tomorrow. All right, because you're like a girl. What?
How far is it away from Cody?
Yeah, right. Not far at all. I'm sure Kathy Lee has the identical message on her machine. Cody is moving his bowels now. I can't come to the phone, so we're probably wiping.
Yeah, Robin's got portraits of Tut, but I have to be worried about it.
I don't care as long as I don't have to hear it on the phone.
No, they're on your wall.
I don't get an update of what she's doing with her cat.
Oh, yes, you do. You get it every day. She comes
on the answering machine?
Oh, sorry, not on the answering machine.
Hi, nobody's on to take your call right now. Neither Mary, nor Gary, nor Jackson is ready to come to the phone. He'll be ready in about 3 or 4 years. Just leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Did you write that out?
No.
Where did nor come from? I mean, was it nor Gary, nor Mary?
Since he moved to Connecticut.
Oh, yeah. Shakespeare. I'm very full of myself now.
Nor Jackson. Nor.
Thou must call back.
Neither rain nor
There's another guy with answering machines.
Nor.
Use your finger.
But that's like a goofy joke line. He doesn't have that on his home answering machine. Use your finger.
That's true.
Nor Jackson, nor Mary, nor I.
Nor Snow.
How many times did you... I want you to be honest. You didn't nail that on the first take.
I did. I did both of them, I swear.
Did you?
Yeah.
I bet you redodged them.
No. It takes 2 seconds. Just stand in front of the phone.
Well, he's probably not happy with him if he did them in one take, and he'll be changing it soon.
Not breathy enough.
Hi, nobody's on to take your call right now. Neither Mary, nor Gary, nor Jackson is ready to come to the phone. He'll be ready in about 3 or 4 years. Just leave a message and we'll get back to you.
How long for Gary to get ready?
So in 3 or 4 years...
I have a better...
So in 3 or 4 years, Jackson's going to be answering the phone, you think?
No,
you're going to allow that?
Howard, it's called...
so when I call you...
Poetic license.
I'll get some little kid mumbling into the phone?
Hopefully, yeah.
But what he says is neither Gary nor Mary nor Jackson is ready to come to the phone right now. He'll be ready in about 3 or 4 years.
Right.
So when will Gary and Mary be ready?
All I know is it's like you're calling this guy's house and... they're painting this picture
you guys,
on the phone answering message like, wow, we are really busy.
Yeah.
Even
Jackson is busy.
There is such importance going on here that we can't possibly answer the phone. In fact, we're here, we're home, but we're
too busy to
answer. We're too busy to answer.
I would like to give you and Robin an award right now.
Yeah.
I'd like to give you an award.
I've never heard a message like that.
To take nothing and dissect it for so long.
You think that this is nothing?
Yes.
Okay.
In the scheme of life,
keep dreaming.
This is like the end of a fingernail. It's
it is
nothing.
such an obnoxious
dirt.
Yeah.
A piece of dust.
Yeah. Good.
What do you call
this message
again?
would make Norman Rockwell puke.
You call it minutia.
This is fascinating to me.
Hi, Gary and Mary and Jackson are not available right now.
Yeah, we kind of knew Jackson wasn't available.
We know you're all not available. The answering machine is picking up.
Yeah, I'm not calling for Jackson, but Gary has to tell you what he's doing in the house. I love this.
Can we just call Robin's answering machine now?
Sure.
I'm dying to know what...
I bet you it's not as stupid as this.
It might be. It depends on what week it is.
I don't change mine every week.
Changes his every day. Sometimes twice a day.
I know.
Howard, I haven't changed my answering machine.
And a message. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. We're probably playing with Jackson right now, but we'll call you back as soon as we can.
We're probably playing with Jackson right now. If not, we're probably, he might be sleeping. And why don't I leave a more extensive message?
You're way insignificant compared to playing with Jackson.
Right.
Whoever you are.
Yeah, that's what makes sense to me. Let me see if I know Robin's number. Do I?
My phone line isn't working. My phone line is down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How did that happen? The communication center is off?
It's all off, yeah.
Wow.
So nobody could hear my annoying message.
Leave a message, please. This is my favorite one. I have that one on tape, and I'm going to get it.
I don't care.
All of 5 seconds for that message.
She has had some classics.
I just don't want updates on Gary and his kid on the phone.
Mine weren't
it's so
updates.
stupid.
Hello. Leave a message, please.
That should have had, like, Rule Britannia under it.
I'll tell you one thing. That doesn't annoy me half as much as yours does.
There's nothing there but the facts.
Just give me the facts. Tell me what I got to do, and I'll do it. I don't want to hear about Jackson. Baby Jackson.
Hi, Gary. It's Robin checking in. Of course I'm going. If I say I'm going, I'm going. You shouldn't worry. I just don't sit around the house waiting for people to call me. I have things to do. So anyway, I guess everybody's meeting at Howard's house from what I understand.
That's not a message.
So,
No, this is a message I got from his machine.
I didn't see the tape. I have things to do.
It's not a message, though.
No, it's not, but it could have been. All right.
Just change it, will you, man? Get with it.
No, I just have a new...
Nobody wants to hear... Gary, you don't know... Let me ask you something. If you called someone's house, right, and I'm like...
And you're usually thinking of what you need to do really quickly.
Yeah, people are calling because they have something some wisdom to give to you.
For starters, you never hear my answering machine message. It shows
sure I do.
Shows you what a liar you are. If Laura doesn't call for you, you hit the star button. And Howard, let me finish.
Wrong.
If Laura doesn't call for you, you hit the star button and you skip the message.
No, I don't.
You never skip
because a lot of times, if you call your machine right now, you hit the star button, it doesn't skip.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you're going to tell me it does always skip?
Always.
No,
why would it do it
doesn't.
sometimes?
It doesn't always do it. It's technology.
You are such a liar.
I'm not lying.
Of course it always does.
Why are you arguing with me? I'm telling you I sit and listen to your message.
Well, then that's your headache. You know that.
Why would you give it? And let me say something. Whether I listen to your message or not, why would you treat people to a message like that?
None of your business what I do.
What do you mean it's none of your business?
None of your business what I do at my house.
I'm telling you, you sound stupid.
Fine, so I'd like to sound stupid. I sounded stupid for 10 years on this show.
I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do, Jazz. I am telling you, you sound like an idiot.
Okay.
That's all, because you obviously don't know.
And you know everything. That's why I have you.
Right.
You're God.
That's right. No, you know what, Gary? I was complaining about Gary. I was complaining about Gary on Friday.
Were you?
To somebody.
Well, that narrows it down to every day of the week.
Yeah. So I said, it's really funny. I said to this person, Gary didn't do this. He doesn't do that. Hey, he does some things right, but man, the guy can't get organized. He just isn't together. And this person said to me, Gary's never had a real job. I said, what do you mean he has that? He's worked. No, he's never worked anywhere but for you. And it's like, It's a big clowning around thing, and he also thinks he's a radio personality because, you know, he's known, so he has a fame thing going.
I know who he's talking about.
And you can't tell him anything.
Just not true.
So I said, I know what you mean. Because he doesn't ever think he could get fired. And he's probably right.
So far he's been.
So far he's been right.
I mean, he's pulled some pretty big boo-boos.
I know. But the point is that at some point you would have once the organization got bigger and more elaborate, you would have brought in a highly organized person who has skills to take over Gary's job, and you would have phased him out.
How did my answering machine turn into that I can't work
because you don't listen to me. Even about the answering machine, you don't take advice. You sit and you fight and you struggle.
Should I call you about every single thing?
No. I am just telling you this is one
I want to know
item
how to wipe my child's
that
butt.
is really
Can
dumb.
I call you about it?
No, you don't have to call me. You don't have to call me about it. Gary, you never call me for advice on anything. That's the unfortunate thing.
Because I should.
Thursday, you set up an appointment for me. Did you call my assistant and tell her that I'm going to be doing something Thursday?
It's for Tuesday, and I did call you.
It's for Tuesday?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes,
because it's not listed in my book, and she says she doesn't know anything about it.
She got a memo on it. She knows all about it. I asked you first, and then we sent her a memo.
Oh, that's a memo about that?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about the movie screening?
Yeah. The private screening that was set up for me.
Right.
That doesn't look like a private screening about me. It looks like a general information thing.
Howard, it's too...
Do me a favor.
Everybody
don't write anything.
Wait a second.
Call my assistant and tell her when I have an appointment. Just call her up and tell her. No one knows it. No one can even make out what this... She handed it to me. I said, let me read this. I go, no. This must be a function for K-Rock for anybody.
Right.
I said, Gary told me on Thursday.
How could it be anything different?
Because we think it's a general release for everyone.
Why would it say a general release?
It says, would you listen to me? It says to Laura because we get lists from everyone on every... Kathy sends tons of memos to Laura. You know that.
But I know what you're talking about. The memos that come out about stations...
call my... I'm telling you what I want done. Pick up the phone and call my assistant. You don't have to sit and waste time typing. Pick up the phone and tell her I have an appointment.
I was told to send it in writing.
Oh, my God.
But I was just doing what I was told.
He sent something in writing, and it's a disaster. Anyway, anyone else would have already gotten rid of him because he's never had a real job. If he worked in a real office, which is what his career is, being an office temp. I'm not a jerk. You're a jerk.
I had to get in this somehow.
I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. Why don't you go work for someone else if I'm such a jerk?
Who calls their boss a jerk?
That's what I'm saying. You guys never
wait a second, Robin. What boss humiliates him daily in front of
because lots of bosses, lots of
No. Maybe in front of a few people, but not in front of everybody.
It's all relative, my friend. The best part of your job is me humiliating you because you might learn something.
It's what made you a star.
He drives me nuts. He drives me crazy. He called me a jerk with a megaphone.
Yeah.
I would just love to see that on a regular job. I would just.
Well, this is not a regular job.
I would love to have you get a job.
You have the
Please, somebody hire Bob.
Howard, sir, you have the world's biggest megaphone, that microphone, and you're telling the whole world what a moron I am.
Please go to another place and work. Please. I only have a year here left, and you're out of here. You're gone from my life.
Good.
It's the end of it. Even if I take another radio job, I'm going to say, oh, Gary, they won't hire you. I talked to them.
You're going to pretend that there's no budget for him.
Right. It's going to be the greatest thing in the world. It's going to be my liberation. It's going to be a whole new show. And then you're going to go, and you're going to be, I guess you'll work on other programs, or you'll become a producer of MTV or something, and then you'll have a real job, and then you'll see what life is really all about.
Such an angry man.
Oh, I can't wait for you to find out what a real job is.
I can't believe you could take an answering machine message.
You know what he needs, Fred?
Anger.
Fred, like you, he needs to work in Springfield for a few years.
It's a humbling experience.
Yes. You are such a donkey.
Take a loyal employee.
I can't believe you don't go hee-haw.
Take the loyalest guy in the world and degrade him.
Hee-haw.
I'm very proud of you.
Because you don't
Take
listen.
a loyal guy who loves you.
Love has nothing to do with it. I have loyalty all over the place. I don't want you in my life anymore.
Just degrade him.
I want you to get a real job just so you can call me up and go, Howard,
I have no self-esteem.
I had no idea what it's like to work.
You've stripped me of any self-esteem I've ever had.
I can't wait till he calls me. He goes, oh, my God, they expect so much. I had to stay at the office till 9 o'clock last night.
Howard, I want to come back.
You've never stayed late here.
Oh, yeah. You're real loyal, real dedicated to your work. Now, here's the Gary puppet.
Excuse me, Wolf.
Yeah.
After this fine performance this morning, can I have plastic surgery to look like anybody else on this show? Anybody, please.
You bring him. Come over here. I got a chisel. I'll give you plastic surgery.
Thank you.
Yeah, woodhead.
These are only
you have to get a real job.
I'm mad at the puppet.
I can't wait for the day, 12 months from now, when you will have your resumes and you are out looking for a real job. And people expect something from you. And you know what? You know what my prediction is for you?
No, tell me.
You're going to end up as a car salesman.
A car salesman.
And you know what it's going to be? Like, no one will hire Gary. It'll be bad for like 4 or 5 months, and he'll be like, oh, my God, I can't get a job producing. I can't get a job producing. And then it'll go on 6 months, and finally Mary's going to say, you've got to get work.
We've got a Jackson to...
Yeah, we got a house, we got things to do. And I'll say, you know, I do have fame from the show. A guy at a car dealership said he would hire me because of who I am. Oh, and then he's going to get there. Listen to this is my. And see if it doesn't come true. He's going to get there, and now he's going to hate selling cars, and he's going to dream of the days when he was on the radio with me. And oh man, I could have busted my balls more.
And you'll realize what a cushy deal this was.
That'll set in first.
Yeah.
And also what all the perks. He had no idea. You don't. Oh, you mean I don't get invited to movie screenings anymore? You know, it's going to be very, very exciting.
PR parties.
You mean, where's my friend Ross, the record company guy? Why isn't he want to see me anymore?
Oh, see, I thought when you worked at a car dealership, you got invited to screenings. So how stupid am I?
No, wait, you wait and see. You haven't been on a non-glamour job. What they call a non-glamour job.
Wolf, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Gary Puppet.
My future as a puppet is brighter than Gary's.
Right. You don't have to eat, and you're not saddled with Baby Jackson. So listen to this. So then he gets the job at the car dealership, and it's like, you know, hey, the car dealer's all excited. He even puts out flyers. Hey, Baba Booey of the Howard Stern Show is now
appearing.
Baba Booey, and it's going to be exciting. The guys and like it's going to be a little embarrassing because all the other car, salesmen are going to go, wow, what is like Gary? I can't believe Gary Delabate is working here and stuff.
Hello, welcome to Toyota of Larchmont.
Right. So anyway, and then he's going to be there, and now all of a sudden, he's got to sell cars. The reality of the job hits, and the guy's like, "Hey, Gary, it's great you're here, but you're not bringing in. You haven't brought in any additional business." And then Gary's going to go, "Well, how can I bring in additional business? People don't know I'm here." It'll be, and the guy will be like, "Hey, shut up! Just sell some cars, man, because you're working on commission." And all of a sudden, it's going to be like, "Oh my God, I don't believe a nightmare. I had a great life. I mean, when I was under Howard's wing, Howard took care of everything. He babied me and pampered me. He always kept the show going. He got the ratings." Whether I performed or not, whether I finished my computer work or whatever, it didn't matter because Howard would come in with his briefcase, open it up, and he'd have material.
I thought this was a team.
No, there's no team. When it's all said and done, the team started when I was born. That's the team.
So this isn't a team effort.
Not from yours. Not from yours.
Oh my goodness, you're sounding like those people who were in here on Friday with the Bella.
Yeah.
A team.
And you know what? Howard never.
Yeah, Gary thinks he's part of the team.
I'll tell you something, Robin. Howard never calls me at home to see how I am, and we never have lunch together.
He hasn't given you a ride.
But I'll have the last laugh. But then I'm going to call Gary in about 2 years from now, and I'll go, "Hey, how's it going?" "Oh, not so good. What's wrong?" "Oh, I was working at a car dealer for about 6 weeks." "Oh, yeah, it was bad?" "Yeah, well, I was working for the guy, and like he was all excited.
And he wanted
Howard
me to sell stuff.
He had Howard Stern, from the Howard Stern show, and he expected me to sell all these cars. Yeah.
Oh, man, I haven't sold one this month. I really need a sale.
And you know what I'll be like? I'll be like, "Oh, Gary, that's terrible. Oh, this guy sounds like a real jerk.
Hey,
I feel so bad for you."
Hey, boss, would you buy
then from the car sales, then what's going to happen is, because of his radio background, he's going to say, "I got to get back into radio," and he's going to become a radio sales guy.
Oh, goodness.
And he's going to fail miserably at that. And he's going to hate the rest of his life.
Well, you left out the part where, for the car dealership, I record the messages when you get left on hold, because I do have radio experience.
Very good. And in 2 years, his answering machine messages won't be anything about Baby Jackson, because Mary and Jackson already left. It'll be like, talk fast. They're shutting off my electricity any second. In 3 years, it'll be a wife beater.
Hi, this is Gary. I could have a noose around my neck, or I could have a blade to my wrist.
Right. That's you'll be hearing all about it.
Bubba burned out.
Turn off that radio. Even Jackson ain't returning my calls.
I really thought that, because I was from the Howard Stern show, I would get other jobs. I don't understand.
I was set for life.
Why won't people just pay me to do nothing like they did at my other job? Just doesn't work that way.
How my life have changed. Anyway,
go ahead. Go make more answering messages. Get used to the word formerly, too. Formerly of the Howard Stern show. He has time for this stuff.
Hi, Gary and Mary and Jackson are not available right now. But if you leave your name and a message, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We're probably playing with Jackson right now, but we'll call you back as soon as we can.
What do you do with Jackson? What kind of play do you do? He's like a loaf of bread. He lays there.
Yeah, he sleeps.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, at this stage of life.
He can't even turn himself.
What kind of play? What do you do? What do you do? You wave a...
You're being kind.
Yeah, what do you do? You wave a thing in front of his face?
You turn on his mobile.
We don't do anything.
What do you do? What do you mean play with Jackson?
It's poetic. We don't do anything.
I know with my kids... The kid was like a loaf of bread laid there.
You know what? Basically, what they can do, you can see if you can get your little finger in their hand and they can squeeze it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing that great.
And they have no idea. I know, because my wife used to always say, come on in, come on, the baby's doing, honey, want reality? Want a reality check? The baby's not doing anything.
The baby's a bunch of reflexes at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you're having fun. At least you have something up to your nipple, and you're supplying food, which is a miracle of life. I'm standing here.
Yeah. Look at the baby root.
Yeah. Rooting.
You know what I did yesterday?
The baby eats so well.
I held him for 2 hours while he screamed and cried while my wife took a nap. That was what we did yesterday.
Oh, you did that? I never did that.
Oh, you never did that with the first one?
No.
For that first 6 months?
Nope. I could not handle it. I can't handle the crying.
But you know what? If you don't do that, your wife's going to be put in a mental institution.
You want to know something?
They don't get any sleep.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
You didn't use a baby nurse, huh?
No.
Man.
We had one. Well, we had her mom's a nurse.
Yeah.
Her mom, and she stayed with us for a week.
Oh, the week's up? Oh, boy. Hoo-fa.
You're all by yourself.
Yeah, we already had a week by ourselves.
Did you?
Yeah.
How's that going?
She's tired.
Yeah.
You know, gets up a lot. It happens.
She's going to get worse and cranky and snap all the time. You'll see. They change real quick. My wife yells at me now like I'm a kid. I swear to God.
What are you saying?
Because she's right in line yelling at the kids, and then all of a sudden, she's like, it's like, shut up. I'm not a child. Oh, man. You'll see.
Oh, my wife's been talking to me like I'm a child since we got married.
Yeah, wow.
Like, did you turn the lights off upstairs? Did you throw out the garbage yet?
Really? Little general, huh? I can relate.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
I don't know why guys get married.
Do you really say yes, dear?
No, I do. You know what? I say it sarcastically. Then she gets angry. I go,
It's better than you do.
What was that?
Yes, my love. No one knows better than you do.
Fred's a weird guy. He'll be in the middle of a sentence, and like he'll know the mic's not on, but he'll just keep saying it, and then I'll pull up the mic, and he'll go through the whole thing. He won't start over. He waits for me to say, what did you say? He doesn't hear through the headphones that nobody heard him.
Because I went, I love that.
Yeah, right, yeah. It's real funny. And so even Gary knows. I'll give Gary credit. When he sits down and I don't have his mic on, he'll stop.
And he starts from the very beginning when the mic is on.
He gets it, but Fred refuses to acknowledge any of the radio elementary things.
I'm quite sorry. Maybe I should go make an answering machine message.
Fred refusing to acknowledge that, that perhaps I'm running 97 microphones here, and I don't know every time he's going to open his mouth.
And now that I think about it, even Fred was doing Rambo on his answering machine message a few months ago.
Was he? What was he doing?
I don't remember. Didn't you have
Hasn't rambled in years, Gary.
Oh, like a Rambo, like about a year ago.
Hasn't rambled in years.
Rambo.
Oh, Rambo.
Oh, Ramboed. Haven't Ramboed in years.
About a year ago. Yeah.
Did you do a Rambo impression?
It was like
about 4 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
That long ago. That's how long ago you called me.
Well, Fred's a professional voice man. He has to show his talent.
There you go.
That's advertising.
Yeah.
There you go. I would hope that it would get more business.
I bet you Billy's got some goofy voices on his.
No.
He's probably straight.
No, the only goofy.
To do that.
There's only one goofy thing going on at Billy's house.
Yeah.
They've named the estate.
Oh, you named your house?
No.
When they answer, or is that your business? What do they answer? What does your wife say when you call? Westlake?
Oh, West Woodlands.
West Woodlands. Is that
what is that?
Well, because the name of the area is Woodlands up there.
Oh.
I thought it was.
Well, why would she answer the phone that way? By the area that you live in.
Like the Ponderosa. Hey, sorry, Billy. I had to divert attention.
Billy trying to somehow defend. It sounded plausible. Like I don't answer, Long Island.
Black Forest, Germany.
Yeah, right. Like it's not the Larry King show. Nobody cares where you live.
Clear Lake, Iowa. You're on the air.
Yeah, right. Broward County. Go ahead.
Why does your wife answer with the area that you live in?
Because that's the business line. It's like,
and you named your business after
West
the area?
Woodlands?
Yeah, it's just a stupid corporate name. I couldn't.
Okay.
Oh, and she answers it with a business corporation.
Yeah.
So like if I call you on one line, it's like, hi, this is V.
Right.
And if I call right back on the other line, it becomes Westmoreland, whatever it is.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was like that. You guys had named it like that was your estate name. Like you were calling it West Woodlands, like that was like.
What are you trying to do? Make a jerk out of it?
No, I really didn't.
He wants company on the
You
phone.
want company?
Let's face it.
Misery loves it.
Face it. Billy don't go home to no bed of roses either. Everybody's got his problems.
We all got a cross.
Yeah, I think it's time to go to scores again.
They called a couple of weeks ago. They said we're due. This is a great one. They're always looking for a reason to get you in there.
Yeah.
So they said, listen, we know that Howard's going to start working on this movie, and we know it's going to be a lot of stress.
Yeah.
So we thought that maybe like the week before he started working on the movie, to relieve stress, he should have another bachelor party. I swear they thought.
You know what? I'd go, but sometimes I just can't take all these naked girls rubbing up against my crotch.
It's almost more stressful when you leave.
And then I get home and I want to beat my wife. So it's like, I can't take it.
Well, then it's not a good thing to do.
No, it's not. You have 20 naked girls going, oh, I'd really like to get it on with you. You want to come back to my apartment? And then, rubbing up against you, and I go, oh.
The best one was there was like some really incredible 6-foot girl, and every time she'd rub up against you, she'd get right in your ear and she'd go,
yeah. Why don't we just skip scores and go home and beat our wives?
I hope they're there ready and waiting.
Mary, I'm home. Put down the baby for just 1 second.
It's time to take a punch.
Hey, that's pretty good.
You got a pretty good chin, honey.
Give me my club.
No glass jaw there.
I told you I saw a guy and his wife fist fight once, right? Just about a year ago.
Oh, yeah?
He punched her right in the face.
Yeah.
Her knees, she was big. He was really skinny. She was really big. Her knees buckled. She recovered, and she whacked him so hard he went down.
Did you cheer?
Who were you rooting for?
I've never seen a
Where
man
was this? At a friend's house?
Yeah.
Oh, they did it right in the house?
No, it was on the street.
Oh, on the street?
It was on the street.
People you knew?
No,
it was just a couple.
Oh.
It was a couple. I can tell you, it was in Newark.
Oh, a black couple?
She was Puerto Rican. He was black.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
I've seen better than that.
He punched her.
I've seen a black couple beat each other with bats in the street.
Both of them had bats.
Up on the west end, west side.
They both had bats?
No, there was one bat involved.
Oh, and they switched.
Yeah, they switched. It was a big wooden board. And
like a big 2x4.
Yeah.
Ritual.
He took the board and whacked his wife over the head, and she crumpled right onto the ground. And then I called the cops, and the cop goes, he goes, well, they beating each other now? I go, well, not right this second. She's unconscious. He said, well, then we can't come. Yeah, just like that. And then I hung up and I go, I can't believe it. Guy just whacked his wife out.
And knocked her cold.
And then she got up, grabbed the bat, and started hitting him.
Wow.
A minute later.
Recovered immediately and knew exactly to go for the wood, huh?
Unbelievable.
Passion.
That's love.
Passion.
Yeah, if you can stay together after that, I guess it is.
Yeah. I say if you're down to that point, you just get away from each other. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.